introduce Portland Thorns FC head coach Mark Parsons and Portland Thorns FC midfielder Lindsey Horan. Coach, if we could first begin with your overall thoughts on the match and your team's performance.
Yeah, it was a battle out there, and a very tight game with not much rhythm until the last 20. Once we kind of sunk in a bit too much, it was a physical, intense battle. And if we look at what we tried to achieve in the game on the defensive side of the ball, we ticked a lot of boxes. We knew it was going to be really hard to get into the game and get rhythm. Thought they did a great job in pressing us, pressing our back line and pressing the centre mids. And when the opportunities came, and there wasn't many of them, we put the ball in a couple of dangerous areas, and what Lindsay's done all year is continue to grow, and she's the best and biggest in the enormous games. And if you think back in the last 2 years, the semi-final last year, the person who grabbed that goal to make it 4-3 was Lindsay, and thankful that the ball dropped to her and knew it was only going to end up in one place. So tight game, maybe the most beautiful ugly game we've ever been a part of, and glad we won, glad that's over.
Thank you, Coach. And Lindsay, if we could also get your overall thoughts on the match and your team's performance.
Yeah, I agree completely with him. It was such a back and forth game, and more of a defensive game than anything. And it was a battle, it was brutal. And we're a team that likes to play and get on the ball, and North Carolina didn't allow us to do that. So their game plan really worked out, and we held in there, and our defense was incredible. I credit our back line so much, and the work that we put into this game. Everyone was out there to win and give their 100%, and we ended up getting a goal off a set piece, and Sonnet played a great ball in, and we came out with a win. That was early on in the second half, and for us to hold on to that win through the whole second half with a team like Carolina coming at us, and we dealt with a lot, and I'm proud of this team, and I'm glad that's over.
Thank you, Lindsay. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions. We'll go into the front in the center. Caitlin?
Mark, could you talk about the work that Menges and Sonnet and Reynolds just doing, and Lindsay, could also get your thoughts on it?
Yeah, you got to have a look at the whole team and the work that everyone put in. I mean, set pieces was going to be huge today. I thought for both teams, defensively and offensively, and we had to deal with a lot. And a lot of people have to come in and get shape, and we really focus on second phase. And wanting to not give them that bounce in our 18, and the whole team did that. Sonnet, Menges and Kath, at some point today, they made a massive challenge, and we work really hard to make sure they don't have to make those challenges, that our shape is good, and there's just a couple of times that they've really broke us down and got in. We limited them to hardly any goal scoring opportunities, and the one that comes to mind is when McDonald got the better of Menges first, and Menges gets back and makes that challenge. And whoever's been in our back line has been tremendous. A great mentality to protect this goal, protect this team. And what AD French continues to do is astounding. And we're proud of being a great attacking team. We didn't get to show that as much today. And we're proud to be a very good, hard-working defensive team, and that's won us a championship.
I would have to agree with that, and with those three, also Sykes and Kling and Dagny coming in for Sykes, did a wonderful job. All five of them were insane, and the amount of work that they put in, and keeping that win for us, and what he said with Menges, his last tackle, that just kind of showed who this team is, and that we were not going to let another goal in, and that game was not pretty whatsoever. But we came out and we kept battling, and our defending was incredible. The amount of balls that came into the box at the end there, we were not going to allow them to score, and you saw that from every single person on the field. So it was awesome, and credit to our back line, not even just this game, these last 3 or 4 games, they've been insane, and in the semifinal, incredible. Coming off a team like Orlando and then a team like Carolina, they're insane.
You guys obviously had the disappointment last year of losing to this team in the semifinals all year. You guys focused on the next game, but this was obviously the goal. What does it mean now for you both to have accomplished that?
Everything. I think, I didn't get over that loss for a very long time, and we've worked so hard this whole season to get this win, and our team's been through a lot, and it was not easy whatsoever. And we had losses. We had games where we did not play the Portland style of play, and to come out and really become a team at the end here in these last few games was truly remarkable. And just how our team came together and played today and battled. I'm so proud of them and everyone on this team, and Mark, what he's done with his team. You have a player like Tobin Heath that you didn't have all year, and for him to change our lineup and have to change everything, and I know there's judgment everywhere. He did such a great job with his team, and everyone bought in, and that's saying a lot about the kind of people we are and the kind of players we are. So I'm very proud of this team.
Mark.
Okay, real.
Mark, when you first came to Portland, the big player on the team, there were many, but Christine Sinclair. I'm wondering if you can go back and remember your first conversation with her, and how you got her to buy into what your vision was.
Yeah, I don't think you have to get Sink to buy in. I mean, she's an ultimate professional, and I think she's ready to get on board with what this club is trying to do. And the first conversation was very clear. I remember the room I was sitting in, a house in Virginia, and I hadn't moved yet. I was calling all the players in the office that the aircon never got to, and I was sweating, nervously because of the heat, nervously because I had to call Christine Sinclair. And straight away it was just easy to talk to her, and I asked her, my question was, where does your passion and desire come from to play for this club and want to help this club? And she talked about UP, she talked about being a fan of the Timbers for many years and Portland as a home. And she loves the fans, the community, and the people that support this club day in, day out in the front office. And she calmly said it multiple times, she wants to do whatever she can to help the team succeed and give to these fans, give to the staff at this club, and give to the front office. And you look at this year, the way she's evolved. We isolated her a little bit at the beginning. We dropped her in, we dropped Lindsay in. The impact that those two then suddenly have on our team was huge. And seeing Sinky and this group lift a trophy at the end of a challenging year means everything. And the painful thing last year was seeing Lindsay's face, Ali's face, Tobin's face, all of these players that gave everything, and seeing not just their faces but their families and these fans and the staff. And I think I put Sinky at the top of that pile. Seeing her being emotional out there means everything, because I know how much this means to her, how much this club and city means to her.
Mark, Nadia played a big final in the summer of the Euros. Amandines played UEFA Women's Champions League finals. Can you talk about the influence that they had on the game today, and also during their time at the club, and also just a little bit on Dagny coming on in the second half and the role that she played in the win?
Yeah, Amandine lifted her tee up a little bit just before kickoff, and she'd win Thorns Forever across her abs. And she shows that in the way she plays. She's fallen in love with these players. She's fallen in love with this club fans and the city. And we're going to be massive Amandine fans for a very long time. And you look at Nadia, I remember talking to her, bringing her to Portland. We went out to an Italian place and talking about her passion, her desire, her character, her personality. She calls it the Nadia effect on people. I call it a contagious personality, a winning mentality to want to always give her best. And you see that she scored some massive goals for us in big moments. We knew that she was going to have to come on and see out this game for us and win us this game. And what she did last week with her first touch, the work that she did, selfless work she did tonight, I don't think you can give enough credit to players that accept different roles, different positions. Not many times I've played her in her position, because of the players we have. And Dagny coming on, she did that. She learnt some big lessons earlier on in the season playing at fullback, and she was relentless in improving and wanting to do it, which she did against Orlando coming on, and again today. It's having players like Sykes and Dagny to do that role. Kling's been doing it for years, and Kling's has continued to grow this year, and showing why she's one of the best fullbacks in not just the defensive work but the assists that she provides. Dagny and Sykes have been little prodigies, and Kling's done a lot of work with those two to support them in this new role.
Jonathan Tannenbach from the Philadelphia Inquirer, toward the back. Mark, Samantha Lewis can do all manner of things attacking-wise, from all over the field, close range, from distance. You guys kept it relatively quiet today. What did that take? And then for Lindsay to send off Amandine and Nadim Nadim today in that way, what did it mean to you?
Yeah, I think it was, we talked earlier on this week. I walked past them at lunch, and they made it clear that we wanted to make sure Miras didn't have an impact in the game, and they said, don't forget Saboni. We've got to stop both of them, and they played with four for a large part of this season in there, whether it's a diamond or the box, and we knew there was going to be four of them, and Sinky, Mandy and Lynn's going to have a lot of ground to cover. So it was important to shut them all down, and Mandy, Lynn's and Sink, what they've done over here the last 2 months, individually, you couldn't handpick better centre mids in the world, and you put all three together, and I said it before the game in the changing room, I won't sit in a changing room with the players that we have tonight. It'll be the last time I sit in the changing room with that quality and with that type of character, and that's the biggest compliment